Okay, day 18, Monday, start of another week. Lots of things changed this week and will continue to change, um, which is a good, fun, and exciting thing. First and foremost, the Let's Play channel is getting 2 uploads every single day now. I mean, it was ordinarily getting 2 uploads, but one of those was a short. Now it's continuing that, of course, but getting 2 Let's Play uploads per day. The Minish Cap has started in anticipation of Tears of the Kingdom, and that's pretty exciting, but there's also some other interesting stuff that's happening alongside that. I mentioned pretty early on in the whole vlogging experience being unemployed. I got laid off from my tech job back in January, and I continue to submit applications and resumes for things that I have experience for, things that I have the education for. And I keep getting, some hits back, but those interviews have largely not gone anywhere just yet, which is unfortunate. But nonetheless, I keep pressing forward on that. And we'll continue to do so, right? Thankfully, the severance package from the last job, as well as our savings, has kind of allowed us to stay afloat. But we do need some things to fall into place pretty quickly here in order to, stay alive, for lack of a better word. Anyways, like I said, those submissions continue forward, and I'll continue interviewing, and eventually something will fall into place. But a couple other things have started to fall into place, actually. I've been in talks with a couple other YouTube channels specifically. One of them I have gotten cast to narrate, which is really exciting. I'll probably put the links somewhere when I can. I've actually already recorded and submitted my narration track for episode 1 of the series that they're having me narrate. And that's super exciting. I can't say too much more beyond that, but it is fairy tale related. So something cool, something I'm interested in, and it's already going to be a lot of fun to to work on for what has already been done, but what will continue to be the case going forward. And then there's another channel that I have been in contact with relatively recently, actually. I found their listing yesterday when they posted it, that they were looking for someone to do hosting work, both voiceover and like camera stuff. So I reached out to them, and they were interested. They checked out some of my stuff on my Let's Play channel, and they liked what they saw. And so we're going to continue to talk and see how that goes. Pretty excited about that because they do Nintendo-focused stuff, which is where, my whole deal is. So, so I think it would be a match made in heaven, really. And I feel like that's a good direction for me to go in, especially, 1, being unemployed, but 2, kind of shifting my whole focus towards, building out this sort of career. I think that would be a good next step. At the very least, it would be fun. I would really enjoy doing it. And secondarily, it would also help, open some doors, whether those be, relationship doors, experience doors, or exposure doors too, which is not something that can be understated really in this sort of world, because the whole game of YouTube and content creation in general, you either 1, get lucky, 2, you know the right people, or 3, you get lucky. And ultimately you can only do the best you can do to set yourself up for either getting lucky or meeting the right people, right? I've talked to a bunch of different people who have been making stuff for years, and they've kind of just dwindled away in I don't want to say dwindled away in mediocrity, because that's not the case, but just dwindled away in a way that they couldn't actually make it a business or a job or something that they can do and support themselves still with. So in order for me to hopefully make that the case, I've got to, put myself in good a situation as possible. And I feel like I've done that from the creation side of things. Obviously, I continue to learn and improve, and haven't exactly gotten quite lucky yet. I feel like everything on the Let's Play channel has been largely steady in linear growth, which is great too. But like I said, you got to get lucky. You have to have something happen where the exposure jumps up, whether that's, some larger entity noticing you and directing attention your way, or whether that's the algorithm for whatever reason grabbing onto your channel or a video specifically and boosting that to an appropriate sized audience. Whatever the case may be, I mean, you can only set yourself up and wait for that. But things that you can do to kind of instigate that, like I said, make relationships, connections. Because if you can get yourself associated with someone else or with other channels, or build out a connection between yours and theirs, it gets a whole other expansion to the web of influence. I don't know if what I'm saying actually makes sense, but what I'm trying to say here is if you're trying to do what I am trying to do, you just gotta do the best you can, cross your fingers, and let the chips fall where they may. And ultimately that's all I'm doing, and trying to have as much fun as possible along the way, because ultimately that is why we do what we do. That's why anyone creates anything, right? It's for the enjoyment of creating. Because if your creatings purely are done with the hopes of, like, I don't know, striking it big or something like that, then you're just only setting yourself up for disappointment. So I'm thankful that I have done all this and continue to do this purely for my own enjoyment, and the fact that it is gaining some amount of traction, and I continue to set myself up in ways that it's going to be more than that. That's all you can ask for, right? So with that said, this has been my rambling on on what's happening. It's obviously already very late. You can see that it's dark behind me. I just wanted to make sure that I continue the daily vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.